All right. Hello, everyone. This is Diane Zimmerman, the Powerful Biz Woman, and thank you so much for tuning into the Ultimate Business Conversation. And today we have on the Ultimate Business Conversation guest educator William Murry, who is the founder and creator of the Millionaire Mindset Institute, Mastermind Institute.
There you
Mastermind Institute. I'm sorry about that. It's
That's
supposed
okay,
to be
then.
the Millionaire, because he always tell you about you, but it's the Millionaire Mastermind Institute. And today he is here to talk about his book, From the Mind of William by William Murry. And if you want to order this book, you call him at 240-619-2019, and he will have the book for you. And our topic for today, we will be talking about 6-month business checkup. And that's why I wanted him to come on and talk about his book, because we are in we're done with the first quarter for business in 2022. We're almost done with the second quarter of business in 2022. And what you need to really do, I think now, is do a 6-month checkup on your business from a legal and financial standpoint. You need to see where your business stands financially and where your business stands legally. And if you need to make some changes, this is the time to do it. So when that third quarter comes, because normally in the third quarter, a lot of people are really not into buying or, buying certain products from, businesses. People are more into going on vacation, spending time with family, relaxing. But you want to be ready for that later part of the third quarter, which is like August and September, because that's when people want to really start doing for their business again. July is like kind of like a sleeping month. June and July, people getting married, people graduating. But as soon as August, September comes, and that final leg of the third quarter, people really like, oh, I forgot, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to get this done, I need to get that done. And they're ready to move to that next level when it comes to, whatever they need and whatever products and services you sell. So you must do a 6-month checkup so that you can be ready. And I want William to tell us about who he is and how people can connect with him. So William, let people know who you are and what services you provide, products and services you provide from your business.
Well, I'm Professor William Murry. I'm the president of the Millionaire Mastermind Institute. We build millionaire mindsets, lifestyles, and businesses. We take you from idea to implementation and beyond. I'm a 45-year entrepreneur. I'm a speaker. I'm an author. And I love the fact that I'm an educator. I do seminars, webinars, and I had a show that I'm on hiatus from for a couple of months. But anytime you have any problems with wanting to have a business, start a business, know about business, or your life isn't where you want it to be, call me at the Institute, 240-619-2019, and I will definitely call you back and talk with you.
Okay, I apologize. It seems like we're going in and out. I hope it's not my connection. I hope he can come back. But like he said, if you want to reach out to him, his number is 240-619-2019. And William, I think we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. Sorry about that.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. When you got technology, them gremlins be working. They be out there, So yeah, but
Yes, they do.
I want to
Um,
thank you, Danya, for the opportunity to speak to your audience, and let's give them some knowledge, education, and know-how.
You are quite welcome, Rim. I don't know what's going on with the technology, everybody, but just hang in there. We should be okay. We've tried everything, but we're going to be maybe going in and out a little bit. But what I want Rim to talk about is what does he do for the 6-month business checkup? What tips does he have for us when it comes to checking on your business at the later part of May into June?
Well, one of the main things you have to do is make sure you're on schedule for what you scheduled, and if not, you got to play catch up. That's the reason I'm very adamant with my clients, and when I speak and go to these companies, and I tell them, you must, because first thing I want to see, what is your plan? It must be in writing. So first thing you do is put it in writing. What is your plan for the third quarter? What is your plan? Well, I know what it is. It's right. Well, that's not doing me no good. If, which I am, an investor in businesses. Well, if I'm an investor, I can't talk to you because you don't have anything to show me. And you got to put it in writing. And you got to know the process. But you've got to prepare yourself for that third quarter. I mean, it's coming whether you're ready or not. And the further you get behind, the less likely you are of ever catching up. So it is very, very important that first and foremost, it must be in writing. Then after you have it in writing, you got to read it and read it loud. Don't just sit there and read it quietly. No, read it as if you were talking to someone. Because whether you know it or not, you are listening. And that's helping you get.
What he's trying to tell is you better make sure you have everything in writing if you want people to invest in you. Because if you're looking at investors for your business, you must have everything in writing. You must have your finances, your
Yes.
business plan, and everything in order.
Yes.
Go
Yes.
ahead, William. It's back to you.
Because if I'm going to invest $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 or more into your business, I've got to see how I'm going to get my return. You can have you hear a lot of people, and everybody goes through this. Everybody does. Someone just got very successful and got rich and wealthy off an idea that you had. The difference is they acted up on it and you didn't. You can't get nowhere procrastinating because fact, and here's something I'm going to tell you right now, truth and fact are undefeated since the beginning of time. Procrastination
So,
is
like
the
he said,
assassination.
truth is you got to be truthful with yourself when it comes
Yes.
to your business. You got to be ready for your business. When that person comes and says, hey, I want to do business with you, I want to invest in you, you have to have everything in writing. That's why this is a good time. I think May and June is a good time to meet with your attorney, to meet with your tax professional, because tax season is over with. So you can get your tax professional, your bookkeeper, your accountant to look at your numbers to see how you can be ready for the rest of 2022 and how to prepare for 2023.
People keep putting everything off. Like I was going to tell you, they can't put it off till tomorrow because you think you have time.
And like he said, you
and you
can't
don't.
put everything off. So this is the best time. If you have stuff in writing that you plan to do for your business and you wanted to do it for your business, get it done. Don't wait till the last minute. And I apologize for the in and out, but you know how technology can be. So when William says something, I'm trying to make sure you hear it. I apologize, William. This is ridiculous.
Well, it's very clear to me. I mean, I'm watching me, and I can hear that I can hear me too. So, but I was saying, about procrastinating. Procrastination is the assassination of your destination on your road to success. So where you're going, you can't procrastinate, because procrastination and doubt move so slowly that poverty and failure eventually overtakes it. Now you got to think, about what I'm telling you. And if you're not going to do and follow the guidelines, I'm a 45-year entrepreneur. I
And
make
like you
many
said,
companies.
procrastination can kill your business. If you say you're
Yes,
going to do something, get it done. And that's one issue I had that I'm working on, not to wait to get things done, not to wait till the last minute. When someone says to do something, you got to get it done. That's what customers
that's
expect from
right.
you. When they want you to complete something, especially a service-based businesses, if a client says, hey, I need you to look over this document and I need it done, within 24 hours, you better get it done. That's the most important thing. And if you procrastinate, and I'm a victim of that, and I can't say that, and I'm learning to work better at being on time, doing what I say I'm going to do, and meet my deadlines. As a business owner, you have to meet your deadlines, and you have to know your weaknesses. And that's one of my weaknesses. And that's what I'm working on. Like today with Wim, I told him, Wim, I'm trying to get everything together. I was trying to get on since like 6 o'clock to get this show going. And then we're going in and out with issues. So, but as long as you do it, you got a plan, you do it, and you get it done. That's the best. That's the best way to show that you are a successful entrepreneur. What do you think, William?
Well, Danya, the thing is, see, you gotta, when I say put it in writing, that's your everyday schedule. See, if you're letting your day schedule you, instead of you scheduling your day, you will never ever catch up. You'll never do what really needs to be done. You schedule your day and work your schedule. Because if you let your day schedule you, otherwise you'll start doing this and something will come, you got to start doing that. No, like me, I got certain times I call my clients back. They can call me between a certain time. But when my time is for me to be
That's
online
right. And it's very
studying,
important to stick to a schedule. And you need a
yes,
planner. That's why I
yes,
think everybody should get a planner every year and schedule out your year. And then, like William said, make sure you have those office hours where your clients can call you, and be diligent about that. When a client called you, even if you can't call them back, make sure you text them or email them to let
yes.
them know what's going on, let them know what you're doing, because that's a way you can keep, a track record of what you're doing.
I just had a client that I was going to invest some money in, and I ended up not doing it. And when she asked me why, well, it was her husband wife team, but I was dealing with her. When she asked me why I wouldn't invest in her business, I said because
And
you
we're
never.
sorry about the going in and out. Just hang in there, because William will be back. It's just going in and out. And sometimes this happens with technology, and you have to be patient. And
Yes,
there you go. Go ahead, William.
yeah. And what I was telling her, the reason I couldn't invest in your company, you have a good idea, and there's a chance you're going to be successful, but you couldn't show me how you were scheduling your day. So otherwise, you just nearly here and there, and you can't do that with. If I'm going to invest $30,000 to $40,000 in your business, I want to see how you're scheduling your day. I want to see how you're scheduling your business. I want to see how you're going to schedule your growth and where you want to be at a certain time and how you're going to get there. I can't give you $40,000 off of your word. You got to show me how I'm going to get a return, or what period of time it's going to take before I start getting a return on my investment. So when I tell you to put it in writing, that's very.
That's
No
why it's
one's going to
important
give
to
you
put it
money.
in writing. He's absolutely right. Put it in writing. We
Yes,
need to see what you're doing. That's why a business plan is very important. And this is a
yes.
good time for you to look at your business plan during this 6-month checkup, so you'll know what's going on.
For one thing for sure, your business plan right now should not look like it did at the first of the year. If it
Exactly.
did, you have done nothing, because your business and your plan has to grow as you grow. As you succeed, it's got to change. If it's the same thing, then you've done nothing. And you don't realize how figures, and like I say, truth and fact, figure is a fact. Figures don't lie. And if it doesn't balance out, I can't give you money. I can't give you $40,000,
And if the
$50,000.
figures don't balance out, that's why you do this 6-month check. Check your
Yes.
numbers. And if your numbers don't balance out, you need to get in contact with your bookkeeper, your accountant, to see what's going on, to do some, you may have to cut back on some stuff. You may have to, stop paying for certain things. And that's what I've realized, that I was checking my numbers. My accountant helped me check my numbers. And she said, Donnie, you're spending too much time spending money on this, and you don't need that right now. You need to cut back on certain things. You need to just do this and stop doing that, because your numbers, your 6-month numbers for your business lets you know if you're making money or if you're spending too much money. Now, if you're starting a business in the first 5 years, you're going to be putting more money into your business than you getting back, outpouring for services and stuff, because you're a new business. You're going to spend a lot of money on marketing, on social media, on branding and everything. You agree, William?
Yes, most definitely. I mean, if you want to get
Oh boy, I'm
everything for
just loving this
free,
technology, but I'm gonna keep it going. When he come back in, you agree, William?
I do. You can't see, here's the thing. You can't do everything, and you can't expect to get everything for free. Free is not going to get you there. No way. I mean, look at me. I'm a 45-year entrepreneur. I still have a coach. After 45 years, I got someone coaching me to make sure that I'm on track for what it is I'm supposed to be doing. And one of the reasons I denied this couple this loan, here's what really did it. I gave them an assignment because they were looking good. I'm gonna tell you no lie. But
They
when
were
I
looking
asked her,
good, but
"Did
they
you do?"
probably didn't complete the assignment. And
That's right. Did you do
I'm
this,
a
this, and this?
testimony to that.
He
I
told
missed
me.
out on grants because I refused to fill out the paperwork when it should have been filled out.
He
But I
told me.
received some grants because I filled out the paperwork. I learned my lesson.
Yeah, he told me that he took his wife on a celebration for the weekend instead of doing the assignment, so I could give him that $40,000 check.
Mm,
So you put the celebration of a concert ahead of your future and the $40,000 you needed.
exactly.
Take her to the movie. Sit down and watch a movie at night or something. But you got to do what we tell you to do if you want money,
Exactly.
if you want to succeed. So they blew that themselves. It wasn't me. It was them. Their paperwork, it didn't jail. And they showed
Yeah.
me that they weren't reliable
Yeah.
for
And
free.
also, when somebody wants to invest, when you get an investor who wants to invest in your business, or you get another business, owner or entrepreneur who wants to invest or collaborate with you, you better have your paperwork together. That's why I took a course with Will Holmes to update my business plan
Right.
last year. And I'm going to update the business plan again. I'm going to look at it. I'm taking another course that is a review of a business plan, and I'm going to update my business plan again. I'm going through the Bank of America program in June. And that's another thing. During a 6-month checkup, you need to look at what books you are reading. You need to look at how you are spending your time, who you are spending your time with, and what are you doing with your time. So
Most
during this
definitely.
time, you need to do a checkup on how you spend your time. And William, what do you recommend for people to do that on, how to do a checkup on how you're spending your time when it comes to your business?
Well, one thing,
For
you got to be
me, I
around people.
just write down all of the things I do every day, all of the things that I should be doing every day, and I'll write down how many hours I spend doing certain things that I know I should not be doing. So, William, what do you recommend people to do a checkup on time management?
Well, see, you have to schedule your day. I told you. See, people. I mean, some of the things I'm saying, people don't realize the importance of it. You want to come to people like me to get money. Well, see, I'm telling you the things that you need in order for me to give you that money. So it don't sound like we're saying much, but we're giving you the power to make sure you're successful. We're giving you the power. You just have to implement it.
Exactly.
Now, you got to be
These are
around
tips
people.
that we're not just telling you to do this, we also do this. That's how you be successful. Like I want William, when he comes back in, to tell us about some changes that he had to make in his business. And he's been an entrepreneur for 45 years. So what were some changes you had to make, William, when it came to your business?
The biggest thing, one of the biggest changes I really made, Danya, surprising. I had to finally face the fact that I couldn't do everything. Because you think, nobody can do it as good as me. Yeah, but if you're doing this, when you can hire somebody to do that, they give you time to do something that's going to give you growth. You just killed your growth because you're doing what you need to pay somebody else to do. That was the hardest thing, Donnie, is giving up this for somebody else to do it so I could build my growth. Because it throws you behind when you think you can do everything and no one can do as good as you.
William realized that he can't wear all the hats when it comes to his business. And he's been in business for 45 years. So it doesn't matter what stage of your business that you're in. You have to be willing to grow. We can all say we're experts, but nobody knows everything.
Nope.
Nobody does everything perfect. So you have to be willing to understand when it's time for you to make changes in your business. And like one book that I love, and it talks about that, Who Ate My Cheese? And it talks about the mice, how the mice, one group of mice didn't want to change. They weren't used to change. Then there was the group of mice, if they had to be forced to change, they would do it. But then it was that mouse who, no matter whatever they had to do to change, they would do it. And that's how they were able to get all the good cheese. There's some people that will never change. They're always going to be the same. There are some people that sort of like me, if you force them in a corner, they have no choice but to change. But then those innovators that they'll change with the times no matter what. And I'm trying to be more of the innovator than the middle person where, okay, I'll change when you force me to change.
Well, Danya, one thing a lot of people do, they want to listen to give you a reply. Dick Gregory had something he used to always tell you, shut the hell up and start listening. You listen to learn, not listen to reply. Being around people like you, Danya, or being around people like me, it's what people need. See, we're experts at what we do. We know business enough that we can help build and grow you. Yep, don't make mistakes I made because you won't listen.
But at the same time, we want to grow and learn. That's why you're my mentor, because I don't know everything. I don't know everything about business. That's why I go to women retreats like what Coach Ree has every year, so I can learn how to market my business, grow my business. She even said, I noticed the growth in your business from your marketing point, from your social media postings. You went from bland to wow, and I've noticed the growth. You made changes, and that's why people, want to have you speak at their events. That's why people want to have you come on their shows, because I've noticed since I made some changes since going to that retreat, I've been invited to be a panelist at an event. I've been invited to be a guest on people's podcasts, on their, shows. And I didn't even reach out to these people. They just reach out to me and say, hey, and all it took was me, making a certain changes in how I present myself on social media.
Well,
and how important is it, William, for you to be willing to change, make the necessary changes you need in your business?
After I realized that the more I change, the more things around me want to change.
Exactly.
And when I'm changing it for the better, I do the class on BDI, because I think you attended my class my session on BDI. Borrow, duplicate, and improve upon to fit your situation. If you're successful, I'm going to borrow what you did to be successful. I'm going to duplicate what you did to be successful, and then I'm going to implement it in a way that fits me. So that's it right there. It's out there for you. Don't stop being hard-headed and stubborn, and make the changes that need to be made so you can do what needs to be done.
Done. You got to do, like he said, borrow, duplicate, and implement to fit you, because you are not unique. Everybody is doing what you're doing. It's a few people out there that do what I do. You have lawyers that do it. You have business coaches that do it. But the difference with me, with the business coaches and the lawyers and the tax professionals, is that I educate people on all that. Why you need a business coach, why you need that business dream team, that lawyer, that tax professional, everything. So I'm the one that connects you. I'm like a networker, connector, where people have been calling me, Diane, do you know a good attorney? Do you know a good accountant, bookkeeper? And I have that. That's what I do. And then I have had lawyers that say, Danya, thank you so much for referring people to me. Thank you so much for sharing my content, because it has helped me. You're getting the message out there to business owners, because they look at you as a business owner and they're like, hey, if she says it's important to get a lawyer, I should get a lawyer. If she says it's important to get an accountant, I should get an accountant, because of the viable information. Now, what I want to do is let's talk about your book. Let's get to that book. That's why I wanted to do the 6-month checkup. And it's called From the Mind of William by William. And if you want the book, call 240-619-2019. And can you show us your book?
There it is, From the Mind of William. Yep. This book, From the Mind of William, are affirmations written by Professor Murry. You will learn the positive side of life and how to live it. It will teach you, guide you, and give you a broader way to live and enjoy everything that happens in life, not to you, but for you. You will learn how to succeed in business and life. After reading this book, I guarantee you will not be the same person that started.
It's a valuable book that you should get, because I had his other book, The Road to Success, and that was a great book. It really got me out of a bad, feeling bad. Climbing Success Mountain. I think you need to get both books. You need to read that Climbing Success Mountain book first, and then read his next book, because I think that's a good book to have.
Danya, everything, I'm very spiritual, and I live my life through spirit. And my spirit guides me, because I didn't know, even before I got into the spiritual existence of living, I look back when I was in a teenager and how my spirit guided me, and I didn't even know it. I look back now and say, wow, that was my God force, my universal force, my spirit guiding me. And my first book, my spirit woke me up one morning about 3:00 and gave me this book. It was not what I was writing, because I'm working on the book.
His spirit woke him up. And sometimes I get those messages 3:00 in the morning too, William, where I'll have an idea. That's why I keep a book, a pad book somewhere near me, because I always get these ideas like 3:00 in the morning. And it seems like it comes on the weekends when I don't have to go to work. And I'm writing down all of these ideas, for my business, to grow my business, to get the word out about my business. And it really excites me when I do that.
Something that people don't realize, and now this is going to shock a lot of people. Your mind is more active when you're sleeping than it is anytime during the day. Exactly. Your mind never stops working until the day you die. That's why I say when your brain stops working, you're dead.
Yep.
So people don't realize that your mind is more active.
That's when I get my best ideas, is when I am resting. And sometimes, like when I take a nap, I may take a nap and my mind will just be on business. Then I wake up with this great idea.
And now, what'd you say? You have a pad, because you got to write it down. If you go back to sleep, you'll wake up and say, "Daggone, what was that?"
Pads all over the place.
You got to write them down.
Yes, you do.
Because you say, well, I'll get it when I wake up. When you wake up, you ain't got it no more. See, your spirit, I told you, your mind works more when you're sleeping. That's why come a lot of times your solutions come when you wake up early in the morning. Because your mind has been working on it. See, you
Exactly.
don't never work on a problem. Ever, 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 ever work on a problem. You only
Exactly.
work on the solution.
That's right.
A
I
problem is
like
a
that.
negative. Solution is a positive.
That's right. Don't work on the problem, work on the solution.
That's right. It makes it a
I
lot
love
easier.
that. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of us, including myself, have done that trying to figure out the problem instead of work on the solution to the problem.
You
You
know,
know,
Danya, when you buy my book, you're going to find out these affirmations are really, really, they're for those who want to build and grow. No doubt. Like I tell you, every morning when you wake up, just flip a page in your book. Just flip to a page, open it up. That's your
that's
affirmation for the
right.
day. For the day. Now, I'm going to give you one. I'm going to turn the page. Give me a number real quick, Danya. Just give me a number between 10 and 100.
15.
15. Okay, I'm going to tell you what the affirmation of page 15 is. This is your affirmation. 15. Okay, there it is right there. See, Danya, this is good for you. If
Let
you
me
push me,
go
I
ahead.
will pull you. If you pull me, I will push you. It doesn't matter whether I am pushing
You
or
may have
pulling.
to repeat
We
that
will get
again,
there
William,
together.
because this is an issue. See, I'm not going to let this happen. We're going to stay positive. Can you read it again?
If you push me, I will pull you.
Oh, my
If
goodness.
you pull me, I will push you. It doesn't matter whether I'm pushing or pulling. We will get there together.
He says that all the time when he does his show. And
Because
that's
now
perfect.
I broke it down. It says, if you are encouraging me and I am encouraging you, then the power is with us to each other. It isn't
Wow.
important who is encouraging who first, as long as we are encouraging each other. We will both get to where we are going as long as we continue to do it together, regardless as to how our dreams are different. We don't have to get there at the same time. Encouragement is power. Yes, we can. And you know, I said we, because what I tell you earlier, you got to let go and
And
let
this
some
is
people
very
go other
powerful.
things.
If you push me, I will pull you. If you pull me, I will push you. And that's important because as a business owner, that's another thing you should do in your 6-month checkup. Who
Yes,
you should keep on your team and who you should get rid of. Because I had to make a conscious decision. Whether I should keep going with the business by myself or, just let it lay until my partner decided what they were going to do. But I said, no, I'm going to keep it pushing. I got
yes,
a good new partner. He's my business advisor. And with him, he's been pulling me and pushing me, and I've seen my growth. And then I got another friend, who works at Morgan in an entrepreneurial program, and we're starting to partner and do things together. So God let me know that, your partner's not gone. Let them figure out what they're going to do. But this opens space for you to bring new partners in who can help you take your business to the next level. Sometimes you got to just let people go. You don't get rid of them per se, but you let them go on their way and you do what you need to do for you.
that's right. That's right. Because here's the thing, it's what's good for you. But see, when you're giving a blessing to someone, see, I wake up every morning. I know my purpose every morning, and my purpose I tell myself every morning is to be a blessing to whoever enters my life space, whether it's a second, a minute, an hour, a day, or a week or longer. I'm going to be a blessing every time you enter my life space. And that means all day long, all I'm doing is getting and giving blessings.
That's good. You got to know your purpose. And that's another thing, with the 6-month checkup, you may
Oh,
want
yes.
to reevaluate your purpose because
Yeah.
the purpose you had about 3 years ago may not be the same purpose you have now. The
If
purpose
it
you
is,
had 6 months ago, it may not be the same.
you've wasted you have just wasted that period of time. If you're the same person now as you were a year ago, you wasted a year. If you're the same person now you were 6 months ago, you wasted 6 months. If you're the same person now you were a month ago, you wasted a month.
That's
So
true.
like I keep telling you, you think you have time and you don't.
Exactly.
Look how many people go to sleep, don't wake up next morning.
Yeah, and look at all those innocent people in Buffalo, New York, who were
Oh,
just
but
going to that store to do stuff. And it was a woman who was a civil rights advocate,
yeah,
activist. And she was very active in that community, the Black community in that town in Buffalo, New York. And she was just going to the supermarket, people going doing everyday things, and you have this crazy person. So like you said, William, you better know your purpose every day, because you
yeah.
never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
You
Because
think you have time, but you don't.
one thing I can say, no matter what anybody says, no matter if when the good Lord calls me home, I've done things that I put on my bucket list and I've achieved them. I've never waited. I've been to Jamaica. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Broadway plays. I've had this is my second business. I've done things that I've always wanted to do. When I write it down, I do it. The only issue I have is being a procrastinator, but I'm working on that. I'm working on
Now
that
here,
because I'm reading a book by Brian Tracy that says no excuses. And it's really helping me realize that if you want certain success in your life, you have to do certain things. You have to put in the work. You have to be
yes,
willing. And even though I had technical difficulties and I'm still having technical difficulties, we're still doing this show because
yeah.
I knew
Well,
that was my purpose for today.
that's because God was challenging you to see how serious you were about what you want. Because see, your
Exactly.
spirit's going to get your spirit. See, here's the thing. When I told you to read it out loud, when you write it, read it out loud, you're
Mm-hmm.
talking to your spirit. And your spirit will work 10 times as hard as you if you're serious about that, what you want, and you're working toward it. See, success is
Exactly.
only two things. Success is only two things. Giving it to your God force, your spirit, and working toward it. Your universal God. Whatever you believe, give it to that and then work toward it. And
That's
and
right.
and the rest will
Success
be
is
his.
only two things: whatever you believe and whatever you want to achieve. You got to do it.
You got
If
to
you
do it.
want a certain thing done, if you want certain success in your life, you got to write a plan, speak it out loud, speak it into the atmosphere.
You're supposed to.
That's what I was always taught.
You're
Speak
supposed to.
out, speak it out loud what you want.
Your spirit is waiting on you to give it an assignment so it can go to work, baby. If you're showing it you want to work, it's going to go to work. That's why I say read it out loud. You're giving your spirit an assignment. Your God force, you're giving it an assignment. It's waiting on you to give it an assignment.
That's
So,
right.
I mean, success is easy. It's a process. All you got to do is listen to Danya, listen to me, and learn the process.
That's right. Listen, get the knowledge that you need. Read books.
My
Go to,
book,
webinars, attend,
yes,
networking events. If you want people to buy your products and services, you need to be marketing 24/7, not just on social media, but in person.
I got people right now since I went on hiatus. I'm serious, Don. It's tripping me out. How many people are calling me now? They want me to come and speak. All because I said I'm going to hiatus. I'm going to be doing my show for a little bit. Now they're calling me, wanting me to or be a main
And
speaker.
and see, that's probably what you needed. You needed to take a hiatus so that you can focus on your speaking part of your business.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
sometimes we neglect certain parts of our business. That's why it's important for you to do a 6-month checkup. You should be doing a checkup on your business at least 4 times a year, but especially at that 6-month point, so you'll know where you need to stop focusing so much and where you need to devote your time to and your energy to. Like with you might have been spending too much time on your show, and now you needed to get out there because quarantine is. I mean, even though we still have corona, more people are going out, socializing. So now this is a good time to start speaking in public again.
Well, I'm doing an event in about 2 weeks, and it's like this. But he's charging people to tune in. I'm gonna speak for
Yep.
almost 2 hours,
Nothing
and
wrong with that.
he's charging people to tune in, and you got to go pay, and then you can get the link. And I'm gonna speak for 2 hours. There's another gentleman going to speak for about 45 minutes, but he told me 2 hours. He said, "Can you teach for 2 hours?" Man, when I say hello to you, man, I can take
Yeah,
that and
you
turn that
can
into a
do
2 hour
that.
speech.
I've
Because
seen you
Doc,
do it in
I
person.
can talk,
You
baby.
can
I
do
can
that.
talk.
You can teach for 2 hours. And
I've
I
been doing it
think
so
you need
long.
to, especially now with everybody going back out and because we've done everything virtually. It's like business owners have gotten used to just getting on, social media and doing stuff. Now people want to see you in person. People are not sitting at the computer like they used to. People are tired of Zoom. People are tired of, Facebook, on Facebook selling stuff. Now that people want to come out.
Danya, Warren Buffett said something one time I will never forget. And I talk about this and I teach this. He said, it's during tough times when millionaires are made.
Exactly.
Because, you look at it now, there's always
Yeah,
somebody out
right
there
now it's
that
tough because you have inflation, you got the war in Ukraine, you got people coming out of quarantine, but they're still kind of acting crazy. People are not wanting to work anymore. A lot of these major jobs, corporations are realizing people like, I'd rather give myself the blues than allow you to give me the blues for $7 an hour.
Martin Luther King said something one time, and I'll never forget this either. He says, I would rather see a sermon than hear one.
Exactly.
Otherwise, what's your action? Rather than you speaking it. I'd rather see a sermon than hear one.
Exactly.
What's your actions? That's what that means. What's your action?
Yep.
With what
What are
you
you
want,
doing?
what are you doing about it? You got to ask yourself every day, what am I doing about it? What am I doing about it?
Exactly.
I want to make this business
Give
successful.
us another one of your affirmations from your book.
Give me a page.
I really like that one. Let's do like say page 25 and see what that affirmation says.
Wow. Life always gives you second chances.
Oh, I love that one.
It says, where's opportunity? Wherever you are at that moment. Opportunity is forever looking for you. Stop not looking for it and let it enter your existence. It is there. Life opportunities doesn't stop because you do. Life is full of chances, millions of them. Stop closing your surroundings and open up your opportunity so opportunity can enter. It is standing right behind you in line or next to you in line or
I
just
love
spoke to
that.
you, but you were
Life
too
gives you
busy on the
second
phone
chances. That's
or
why people need
worrying,
to stop being
closing
afraid
off your
of
surroundings.
doing stuff because you get a second chance to do stuff.
You
I
do.
always
Life's full
say
of second chances.
every day is a new beginning.
And I'm gonna give a secret to you. I'm gonna tell something to y'all. I want y'all to remember this. Life does not happen to you. It happens for you. 2 is a negative. 4 is a positive because everything that you go through is a lesson that God gave you to learn the way you learned it.
I love that. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you.
For you. 2 is a negative in that sense, and 4 is a positive.
Exactly.
Because about everything you go through, it's a lesson. Learn the lesson. So it means it's happening for you.
And plus, like you said, 2 is a negative and 4 is a positive. Because 2
that's in my
plus
book
2
too.
equals 4. So that makes sense. But I really like that. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you.
For you. That's right.
So there's no excuses. That's why I don't listen to people,
That's right.
say, oh, I'm too old to start a business. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No. You're never too old to learn and never too young to teach.
That's right. And William, what are some parting words that you want to give to our friends about doing that checkup? Because a lot of people will give up if they don't make a certain amount of money in their business within a certain period of time. They want to give up. So, what do you say to anyone out there who's a business owner who's thinking about starting a business?
Start now. Do your
See,
research.
this is what upsets me. When he says something valuable to say, want to freeze up, but we're going to stay positive, and I got a feeling what he's going to say. Start where you
Start
are.
now. Start
Start now.
now. Because you don't have time. You think you do. Start now. There's much money is out here. You got companies out here looking for you. You got someone, if your business has value, if you're giving value, you can't fail because someone
Exactly.
needs your value. I don't care what it is. Look at me. I speak. People are hiring me like crazy right now. I'm giving them value with what I'm teaching. Look at the value that we gave tonight, Tanya. Look at the value we gave
Exactly.
someone. So just go ahead and do what you need to do. Do today what you have to do. See, I'm at the age now, I'm going to say this. Do today what you have to do. So tomorrow, when you get my age, you can do what you want to do. I'm at the point now in my life, I can do what I want to do. Because when
Exactly.
I was growing to get to this age, I was doing what I had to do. Now
Exactly.
I'm 8 decades and 2 years. I'm 2 years and 8 decades into my life.
Wow.
So now I'm doing what I want to do. I ain't doing what I have to do.
Exactly.
I'm fishing, I'm playing tennis, I'm riding my bicycle, and I'm exercising. So I'm doing right now what I want. I'm traveling. I ain't got to do nothing. But I'm doing now what I want to do because earlier I did what I had to do. So now at my age, I can do what I want.
And that's what I'm doing. I said I have 20 years to do what I need to do. So when I hit that 7-0, I can do what I want to do. But actually, I'm doing what I want to do as well. I do a little I want to do too right now, which is travel. Like I always wanted to
Oh, I
go to
saw you've
Las
been busy.
Vegas. Now I haven't been there since the
You've been busy on
90s.
the road, Anya. You've
And
been
I
busy
went,
on the road, baby. You've
mm-hmm.
been busy on the road. I've been following you.
Yep.
I'm mad because you didn't put me in the corner of your suitcase and take me with you.
I wish I could have. And then I took my grandmother. We didn't make it to the destination, but I took her to Burlington, to New Jersey. I was supposed to speak in Newark, but the car broke down. But my grandmother had a wonderful time because she said it felt good at 94 to get out of the house. It just
Yes.
felt good. She said, I've been stuck in this house and I only time I go is to the doctor, and it felt good. She said it just felt good to get out. That's why we're planning for her 95th birthday in October. I invited the family. I let them know we're going to she wants to go to Atlantic City, New Jersey for her birthday, and we're going, and I let them know. And I told them, I'm not waiting for none of you. Like I had one cousin say, well, you need to let me know the exact date. I said, I'm not waiting for you. I'm getting my travel agent, Murry Thomas, to get the booking 10 rooms. I had 6 people that said, so I said, maybe book 4 extra rooms. But if you don't come, you don't come. We're still going. You're not going
Yeah.
to stop us from living our life because you think that we should center our life around you. It doesn't work like that. I offered, gave you the invitation. You either join us or you don't. Don't get mad when me, grandma, and my pops are in Atlantic City, New Jersey, having a good time. That's
Yeah.
one thing I learned. Live your life and enjoy your life and don't wait for people. That's another thing as a business owner. Don't wait for customers to come to you. Go to your customers. Take this 6-month business checkup and figure out how you can get your customers to be returning customers and to be good referrals, resources, sources for you.
And Danya, and here's something else that is a must. you must often read what you've written. Don't
Read
just
what
write it
you
down and leave it there. Read
exactly
what you've written, because you're going to find you're going to change it as you grow.
exactly.
So you got to read what you've written.
Yep, that's why I got to go back to my business plan that I did and look at it and make some changes to it because we have grown. The business has
Yes, there
grown,
you go.
you
You've
know,
grown.
and yeah, and I have to make some changes. Like I
Yeah.
asked the cousin, not only is she going to make products for me, but I asked her, "Do you mind being my virtual assistant?" She said, "Yeah, sure." So we have a meeting set up for Sunday, for us. I think it's Sunday or Saturday for us to meet, and we're going to sit down and write down everything, what she's going to do for me, how she's going to do it, and how much she's going to charge, because I know that I need that help to keep reaching out to the customers and don't miss deadlines, because that's an issue I had to address during my 6-month checkup, missing deadlines.
Yeah, well, see, that's where scheduling your day. That
It's
way,
important.
you know how long it'll take you. You schedule that, and you don't let
Exactly.
nothing change it.
Exactly.
I mean, you
And
got
that's
mercy. You got things will come up, but you still, you got to do what
yeah.
you got to do
And
in order
that's
to
what
get
I
what it is you
did.
want.
Yeah. During my resource time, planning time, I sat down and sent emails to 3 customers, because I had to send them. And I said, today I'm going to send those emails. I had to fill out something about my student loans. I did that. And I said, tomorrow I'm going to send the paperwork where it needs to be sent. And like you said, when you schedule your time and do what you're supposed to do, you feel better.
And it makes it easier. See,
Exactly.
only one time in life do you work hard. Only one time, and that's learning how to work smart.
Exactly.
Don't work hard. You work
Mhm.
hard. You work hard at working smart. That's where the research comes in. That's where the
Exactly.
BDI comes in. That's where the reading comes in. Just like this show, Danya. People should watch this show a number of times because we have dropped the bombs this evening, baby.
And every
We
time
have
you come
dropped the
on,
bombs.
we drop bombs. Because you're one of my regular guests. We always dropping bombs. And I've noticed that the viewership on this show has really increased, because we've dropped bombs. And what I do is I share with, my mailing list from my website. I repurpose this stuff. That's another thing. When you
Yes.
do your 6-month checkup, look at your content and see how you can repurpose it and reuse it.
You've got to stay in contact with your base.
Mm-hmm.
And your base will grow your base because they want people to know that they know people.
Exactly.
And you're gonna be the people. Most of my clients come from referrals. I ain't gonna tell you, most of my
Mm-hmm.
clients come from referrals.
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't know this gentleman that invited me to speak at this event, and the guy that I saw, he says, "I remember you. You're a professor. You're the millionaire guy." I said, "Yeah, Professor Murry." He says, "You came and spoke at my church." He says, "Here's someone I want you to meet." And he called this gentleman
Wow.
over, introduced me, and the guy says,
That's
"I want you to
amazing.
speak."
That's another thing. Get out there and network. Do a
Yeah,
6-month checkup. Look for events where your potential customers, potential collaborators, potential partners can be, and make a list of where you want to go and be strategic. Like right now, I'm doing a lot of stuff with Morgan because Morgan has an entrepreneurship program.
yeah.
And
There
so
you
if
go.
I getting good with the guy that's in charge of it, he may consider me to teach a course there. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask him the next event, if you have a course that you want me to teach, let me know. And that's why I keep going to events at Morgan and Coppin State, HBCUs that are close to me, historically Black colleges and universities, so I can be in contact with the person who's in charge.
There you go. And there's only one way to GET, and that's the ASK.
Yep, to get what you want, you gotta ask for it.
That's right. Even you give
Exactly.
it to your
And like the
spiritual
Bible
force.
says, you receive not because you ask not.
That's
When
right.
you don't ask, you don't get. So if there's anybody you want to connect with in this 6-month checkup, take that time and get that email, find out where they're going to be, look out for what they're, doing on social media, if they have any events, and attend it.
Yes.
And that's why
It
you
ain't
get
always about money. It's not
Mhm.
always about money.
That's right.
Sometimes about what can I benefit from being at this event? What can I benefit from being
Exactly.
there? So it ain't because every time I speak, I don't get paid, but the benefit I'm gonna get from it. What's the
It's the
benefit?
custom. Yep. And
And
that's
then
how
I
I
might.
met. Yep. And that's how I met you. Was by going to a lot of events that you were. And what did I tell you? I came up to you and said, "What? You are going to be my what?"
Your
I
mentor and your
told him,
guest.
"You are going to be my mentor."
Mentor,
And look how
yes.
far we've been. We've known each other for almost 10 years now, I think,
Yeah,
since I
about that.
started this.
Yeah.
Exactly, this new business. Because I went to his events, I listened to him, I went where he went, wherever I saw his name, I was there. And I went up to him and said, "You are going to be my mentor." And that's what happened.
And you showed up at my events to show me how serious you were.
Mm-hmm. And I
See,
even
that's
brought
what it
you
is.
farther. That's what it is. When
Yeah.
you want to connect with people, like right now, I need to connect with the head of Morgan State University Entrepreneur Program. So whenever he asks me to do something, like he asked me to do a show with him yesterday, I took off an hour from work so that I could be home and be ready for his show. And I
That's
did it.
right. All
Whenever
right.
he did something, I'm right there. I show up because I'm
There
like,
you go.
I want him to know that I'm serious and that I'm present. And I'm giving an event at the place he gives his event, and I'm gonna ask him, "Do you mind sponsoring it with me? Do you want to be my co-partner in this event? I want you to be a sponsor." So
Yeah.
you got to be present when you see people and you want to partner with them and do things with them. Show up where they're at.
That's right. You got to put your face in the place.
That's right.
And
So
don't be afraid to step up to them. And when you step up, the first thing you got to do, please, y'all, remember this. Introduce yourself. We may have
exactly.
met before, but I'm not going to remember your name.
Yes,
I won't say, "Hello, I'm Professor William, I'm president of Millionaire Mastermind Institute. It's nice meeting you again." Now,
exactly.
he's not embarrassed because he don't know who I am, because I just told him who I was. When someone gives you a business card, do not stick it in your pocket. He just gave you a conversation, because on
Card.
that business
What I
card,
do
is
is
a
I
conversation.
digitally take a picture of it,
Well,
and
no,
I also
he
write
just gave
on
you.
it. Remember where I met them, who they were, and why did we connect, and why did we talk? What was it about this person that made us connect?
He just gave you the conversation. Y'all, you're Professor William Murray. You own the Millionaire
Exactly.
Mastermind Institute. Well, what person don't like talking about their business?
Exactly.
Don't stick it in your pocket. Then you just told me that you have no respect for me, and whatever I do ain't important to you.
Exactly.
But you want my business. You just told me that I'm not important to you. Read the card, and conversation goes off of that.
Exactly. And plus, you got to make the conversation about that person, not about you.
That's right.
I've read a
That's
book
right.
about that, how to be a good conversationist. And
Another
remember,
good book I
it's
got to
not
read, Danya.
about you. It's about the individual that you want to connect with, or that you want to make a potential client or customer. You
Uh,
got to make it about them and not about you. Because I had a bad habit of that. Ooh, that was bad. And this is a good time to take a Toastmaster course,
yes.
take a TED, look at TED Talks, take a course on speaking, take a course on public, speaking, take a course on communication. This is a good time. This 6-month checkup is a good time for you to read books, take a course, because my course starts in June. Soon as school ends, I'm taking some courses to be a better substitute teacher, and I'm taking some courses to be a better business, consultant. So
Yeah.
I'm taking advantage of this summer where I will be in class learning, and I have already brought all my books that I plan to read for the summer. I got a few more to buy. I'm gonna buy Williams' book, and I have a few other books I want to buy, and I will be reading and growing this summer. I'm not going to be spending my time looking at TV, lounging this summer. It's going to be working, professional development, self-development for me, self-education.
And Don, it's my books are written in a way that's easy to read.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. You can read. You can sit down and read this book to someone youth, 8, 10, 12, and they're going to get something from it. But think about it. When you read it, what don't fit you today may fit you tomorrow.
Exactly.
And what fits you today may still fit you tomorrow, because you can use the affirmation and stuff many times in your life. Look how many times we repeated something today. We may repeat it in a different way, but it's still something we'd already said, and we just broke it down into a different saying and
You are
different time,
absolutely correct.
different meaning.
And some books you can go back to books that you have read. You may need to reread those books, to remember what you learned and to reintroduce that into your business, into your, professional life. Sometimes
You'd
you
be,
need to go back to old books.
Danya, you'd be surprised how many times I read my book. I wrote it, but
Exactly.
when I read it, I'm still learning. Because
Exactly.
then it may have changed in a mindset of another depth that I'm going into that fits that moment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we give me all the blueprint, y'all. We give you the blueprint. Tune in, listen to this more than one time, and every time you listen to it, I guarantee you will grow.
Exactly. And what are your parting words that you want to tell everybody, William?
Well, in parting, I'm telling
You
y'all,
know,
do what needs to be done now.
we're all right. We're about to end the show, and
Yeah.
he's going to come back on. He's going to pop on because it goes in and out. At least he's not going in and out, because the only thing I want to tell you is it's just time to do that 6-month business checkup.
I'm going to close in this, and I'm going to read this out. I just turned to page 43. Looking in the mirror, what's that I see? My greatest competitor looking back at me.
That's right. You are your greatest competitor.
Your greatest competitor is you. It is you that must fight your fears, your doubts, your procrastinations, and you must win. Challenge yourself and leave your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is one of your biggest enemies. Your comfort zone is not your friend. Keep looking in the mirror and challenging that image.
And remember, you are your greatest competitor, and
That's
you can
right.
beat yourself a lot. So I
Yeah.
want to thank William for being here. He's going to come back in a little bit. I do not know why it's acting like this, but at least he's able to come back in and out.
But it may be your computer, Danya, because mine hasn't done that yet.
No, it is. I'm not going to lie to you. This is sad thing is this is a new computer. I'm going to, like my friend said, Danya, I know you don't like Apple, but you're going to have to get you a Macintosh.
I can't do it, baby. I got one. I got one that's sitting upstairs gathering dust.
I was like, no.
I got a Mac and it's gathering dust, baby. My Mac is gathering dust.
No, I'm gonna get a new computer though, strictly for business. No, strictly to do this, and keep my other computer. But it's good. We did a
Give
good
me a
thing.
call, Danya. I think I can help you with what your problem is. Give me a call.
Getting a computer.
We'll talk.
Because I do need a new computer. Because we do have internet, and I don't know why it acts like this. But I need to call them and get on them. That's another thing on my list I need to do, and ask them why is my internet service crazy.
That's it. Now you got to sign up for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Write it down. You got to sign up for tomorrow. Write it down. Don't procrastinate.
Yep, I'm writing it down as you said on my pad. Call Verizon. That's what I do, and I actually put it in my phone too. That helps. That's another way where you can write notes to yourself. Yep. And I want to thank you, William, for being on. And if you want to get his book, call him at 240-619-2019. And that's why I left it up on the screen again. From the mind of William, I'm getting ready to purchase my book, 240-619-2019. And also,
now,
I want to
you can go to PayPal.
Don't forget to subscribe to the UBC website at www.ultimatebizconference.com. And just hit the subscription button to sign up for our monthly blog, and if you need a checkup, Bankrupt Proof Your Biz checkup, go to www.ultimatebizconference.com, these are the two ways Bentley connect. Or, a lot of people have been going to my website and just looking at my website saying, oh, I love your website, and then signing up. But if you want to connect with somebody who's really good with getting your mind ready, I need you to contact William, and get in contact with him and get both of his books, Climb the Success Mountain and From the Mind of William, because you need to read that first book in order to get that second book, because the first book was really, really good. And I strongly recommend that to people. That first book really brought me through a tough time. And I'm getting ready to get this book because this is going to be part of my summer reading for self-education, because I haven't been reading books in a long time. And now it's time for me to get back to reading. And I've been proud of myself. I've been reading a chapter a day. Even when my eyes want to fall asleep, I hold them up. I put some clothespins on my eyes, keep my eyelids open, and I've been reading, and I'm very proud of myself. So, William, I want to thank you so much for being here. And William will be a continued guest. He'll be on every month. We're going to have him come on every month and have a special session with him. He's going to be my co-host for the Ultimate Business Conversation for now on. And you know me, William, when I call you out, I call you out. So I want to thank everyone so much for tuning in. And we love you. And I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Memorial weekend is coming up. Do something fun like William. Go fishing. Go to the beach. Get some crabs and eat them with your family. Just have a great time. And William, thank you so much for being a part of this show. And we're going to get this internet connection fixed. So next time, he won't be going in and out while I'm still here, But it was still a good show because I know him and I know what he's about to say. So, William, you have any parting words?
All I'm telling you, Don, thank you. And I'm going to tell you, like I always say in closing, I'm going to say it again. If you push me, I'll pull you. If you pull me, I'll push you. It don't matter if I'm pushing or pulling. We will get there together. Truth and fact are undefeated since the beginning of time. And truth is, I love you. And the fact is, ain't nothing you can do about
it. If you didn't say that, I would have said that. So everybody have a good one. Talk to you later. Take care.
All right. God bless.